Welcome back to the show. We have got a treat for you tomorrow. It's the grand reopening of Club Superstar, and we've got a special sneak preview. You were out there this morning.
I was out there. That's you can see I'm wearing the same suit. I was out there inspecting it today, meeting with the fire marshal, making sure we were good, and he was very adamant. For the space we have, it is a 12-person maximum.
Yeah, it's
tiny.
just,
You know, is it like a room?
No. It's a full club, but it's just
Superstar?
odd because of the entry exits. You can only have 12 people.
And the guys are tall, too.
That's the other problem. You know what? You're absolutely right. Because
a lot of friends with them, too.
It is a one-in, one-out policy. Sneak preview. Here's two of the people who were asked to leave.
Oh.
That's CP3 and Kawhi. CP3 and Kawhi are out of Club Superstar. Now, there is a third person who is out. So we have three new people in. Kawhi, if you remember last year's club, was up in the injured reserve section. This year, only made it through a couple playoff games. Sorry, you got to go.
Injured reserve.
And Chris Paul was in kind of out of respect for the entirety of his career.
I forgot Chris was still in it.
He was still in it. Okay. Yeah, he was playing. He was tossing olives into Devin Booker, into Steph's drink, if you remember. And Chrissy's been asked to leave. And so
his teammate Devin Booker was not in it.
It was in line, waiting in line.
Okay.
We'll see.
Okay.
Tomorrow. 4 o'clock.
Are we gonna have
Can't wait.
outfits?
I'm looking forward to it.
Not sure.
I'm wearing this again.
You look marvelous. It's Tuesday at 4, which means that we've cooked up the most delicious segment in all of television. It's Title Pie. It's also the only segment that features a real pie. Here's how the segment works. The larger the slice, the better chance you have at the title, thus the title.
Title pie.
Title Pie. Nick, take it away.
8 teams still eligible for the pie because there are 8 teams remaining. But will all 8 teams still be in the pie? 0.5%. The Golden State Warriors. Can we reveal it? Do we have the pie? There it is, 0.5%.
Oh my goodness.
Only alive.
That's a slice?
Because it's a sliver. It's like a little tiny taste of the pie.
Crust.
Only alive because injuries could happen, and really that's it. And I know what you're going to say, Brew. It's the pedigree. Do you remember the movie Righteous Kill? Had Robert De Niro and Al Pacino. Oh, my, yeah, it's like, yeah. Once upon a time, that would have been
was
amazing.
actually a really good
No,
movie.
I think it's 6% Rotten
watched it the
Tomatoes.
other night.
Same characters, not the same. 1%, the New York Knickerbockers. What, Brew?
What?
You think
I
they
thought
should be
the Knicks
higher?
weren't going to be. They're higher than the Warriors?
They have home court advantage.
You didn't hear
They're
me
down 3-1
earlier.
with.
You
yeah.
didn't hear me earlier?
What do you mean?
I got 0 toes down on the Knicks, 3 toes down on the Warriors.
Well, look, I would appreciate you keeping your feet away from Title Pie and
the Knicks. Really? The Warriors are. These games were close. They could very easily. This could be 2-2. The Knicks are. Hanging on for dear
I understand
life.
from the same man who brought
Against
you
the worst
close
team.
sweep, you're going to bring us close gentleman sweep.
Unbelievable.
But the Knicks, because all the Heat are hanging on by a Jimmy Butler ankle, I'm giving the Knicks a slightly greater chance than the Warriors. Up to 8%. Phoenix. Devin Booker and Kevin Durant have been transcendent, and because of the Chris Paul injury, they have been forced to play their bench and maybe have discovered some things. Could Denver get a little tight now? It looked like it was smooth sailing for them. We'll find out tonight. And the real question is, how long can Devin Booker keep up what is an impossible shooting stretch, but it would be impossible for 9 games, and he's done it. Up to 14%. Bruce Boston Celtics. It's up because since our last edition of Title Pie, they stole back home court advantage. It is not higher than this because since our last edition of Title Pie, once again, they mangled a late game execution situation. Jaylen Brown's been awesome. 57 from the field, 41 from 3, 88 from the line. Why has he taken about as many shots this series as Malcolm Brogdon and Marcus Smart? That I don't understand. They're only at 14%. Down to 15%, the Philadelphia 76ers. Since our last edition of Title Pie, they have lost home court advantage. They need a dominant Embiid game. We can admit the Celtics appear to be the better team, but the Celtics do not execute as well as the Sixers. The questions are, is Philly going to get a great Maxey game? Is Philly going to get one more great Harden game? Is Joel Embiid going to put the team on his back for a game? They only need 2. They're at 15%. Flat at 16%, the Denver Nuggets. So why are they flat? Well, because they've lost a couple games since we last saw them. They have, however, Jokic has been so good. You know, his extracurriculars notwithstanding. The big reason you wouldn't believe in Denver, they have home court, they were excellent in the regular season, is Jokic going to do it in the playoffs? Well, in this series, he's 37, 14, and 10 on 57-43 splits. Pretty damn good. The question is, can you guard enough, the whole team, in order to dispatch of the Suns, who now all of a sudden is the best of 3? Now the surprise. All the way up to 18% Heat culture.
Come on.
So, well, here's why.
Wow.
Are either one of you 100% confident who's coming out of the other side of that bracket? You're not.
I am.
Not 100%. You're confident you're not 100%. We are all 100%, as evidenced by Gru's 0 toes for the Knicks, that the Heat are in the conference finals. When they get there, they will have the best player in the series and the best coach. Jimmy Butler has earned that in the playoffs over Tatum or Embiid.
Wow.
And
That
all
was
of a sudden,
huge take right there.
what? You would rather have Jimmy Butler in the playoffs than anyone else in the Eastern Conference that's left. There's no argument there. And we all treated Tyler Hero's injury like it was a season ender because we didn't think the Heat season was going to go on that long. Tyler Hero was a 4 to 6 week injury. That was 3 weeks ago.
Oh.
He could be back. And now, up, biggest slice of the pie.
Wow.
The Lakers to 27.5%. Undefeated at home. The deepest team left. Battle-tested. Might shockingly actually get some rest before the conference finals, since now Phoenix has made that a real series. And you know what they say, Brew? Defense travels. Best defense in the league for 2 months now. Confidence growing. 7 guys that believe they can do it on any given night, with the newest one being Lonnie Walker Jr. They're your favorites. That's title pie.
Pretty good.
That's fair. With the Lakers, I've said I think whoever wins this series is going to win the West. It should be the favorites at least. And right now they're up 3-1, so I got no problem with that. Here's my issue. I'm putting Boston and Philly. Now, I think Boston's going to win it, and I'm 10 down still on that. But I'm putting Boston and Philly ahead of Miami. And here's why. And look, first of all, playoff Jimmy has earned major respect. There's no doubt about it. And it's been the last few years. But is he definitely going to keep playing like this? I mean, it looks like it. But Boston and Philly are both better than New York. And Milwaukee, remember, they were without Giannis for a portion of that series. And here's the other thing. The Heat are benefiting in a major way from the Knicks' poor three-point shooting. The Knicks are the worst three-point shooting team left in the playoffs. They're shooting 28%. Guess who are the top 2 three-point shooting teams in the playoffs right now? Philly and Boston.
Sure.
So I think particularly Boston, but I'd probably say Philly. I'd feel a little, that one, we'll see who I pick if that's it. But Boston, I think, will beat Miami on talent.
So
they're outcoached, but talent.
The Knicks and the Bucks should have more talent.
But they don't have as much. The Knicks don't have as much as the.
The Heat are 7-1 this postseason when Jimmy plays. They're obviously 0-1 in the one game he missed. They also, this series, their three-point shooting cooled down. They're only shooting 31% against the Knicks. That didn't matter, and they are going to be rested. The Knicks gave up in the fourth quarter last night. Couldn't even go for a rebound. I don't think they're going to fight in a game 5. So all of a sudden, they could be rested with Philly, and I believe Philly and Boston's going 7. That could be a huge edge for them. I have no idea who you're doing.
Well, I'm doing the Suns. It's time for a new segment within a segment. It's called 2 Truths and a Pie. I give you 2 full screens.
2 truths and a pie?
I give you 2 full screens, and then I show you what's in the pie box. That's a little bit concerning. First truth of 2 truths and a pie is Devin Booker. He's been awesome. You mentioned it, shooting 60% along with some all-time greats. Also, those guys are all big guys, if you haven't noticed. So here's the thing. If he does crash and comes back down to earth, I think it happens early, and I think Durant should have his antennas up and be like, looks like there's no more of a historic run. Okay. It's Kevin Durant time. Suns still 14-3 when Kevin Durant plays, so pretty good. Reason number 2, second truth, I should say, of 2 truths and a pie. Suns bench. Remember you were complaining? Oh, they don't have enough bench scoring.
Well, I was right, and now they won because they got it.
There's no bench scoring. You can't do it all. The next thing you know, Landry Shamet shows up, and they start playing great.
You ripped Landry Shamet. So you
Landry
owe him an apology.
He played great.
You owe him an apology.
He played great. You should apologize.
19 points. You owe him an apology.
I apologize to him.
Okay, now it's time for the pie. Here's the one concern, because those things were true. This is a concern. There was so much action this weekend. We didn't even get this into the show. It's this screen grab of this incident where Chris Paul is still injured and might come back. Yeah. We can just run the video. We don't necessarily need to push into it.
Yeah.
Truth in a pie. Of not shaking DeAndre Ayton's hand. Chris Paul's like, hey, buddy, don't worry, you can do better.
Ayton won't shake his hand.
Ayton won't shake his hand. He gives it another shot. Maybe you didn't see me.
Did he? I was gonna,
no.
So there's something going on.
Yeah, I guess we saw him the second
And I don't
time.
we mentioned it earlier how much the Lakers seem to really love each other. Walker last night, they all came together.
Dude.
The Heat culture. If you have this kind of schism,
Ayton's a problem. Ayton's a problem.
And he's not playing
Monty
that well,
Williams
too.
is the nicest man in the entire
That's a great
NBA.
point. Everybody loves
and
him.
Monty is like, I can't, threw his hands up at him. They're playing Jock Landale, who, with respect
Who's
to
actually
Jock
playing
Landale,
well.
he's
For him.
playing well because it's an upgrade over Ayton. Ayton's just not giving effort.
I agree.
No, that is, to me, that is why Brew and I were talking about this off the air yesterday, just very quickly, of who the Lakers would rather see. I think it's no question it's Phoenix. Because they got no inside presence. Sorry, Jock, but I don't think Jock Landale can handle Anthony Davis. And DeAndre Ayton is MIA.
what's he doing?
I don't know. Ayton for Poole this summer. Send it in. Your problem for my problem.
I kind of like that.
I do like
That's
that.
a lot of scoring in Phoenix.
What? It's a lot of scoring in
that's
Phoenix,
what
and the
doctor
Warriors get a
ordered
center.
for the Warriors.
Yeah.
Dynasty's still alive. Three toes down, baby.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.